In 2019, WeWork was worth $47 billion. 4 years later, it filed for bankruptcy. Same buildings, same desks, same company name. But the magic was gone. This wasn't a sudden collapse. It was a slow-motion implosion, hiding behind kombucha taps, neon slogans, and billion-dollar promises. Investors believed WeWork wasn't a real estate company. They believed it was the future of work. But here's the paradox. How did a business that just rented out desks convince the world it was a tech unicorn and lose tens of billions of dollars in the process? This isn't just the story of WeWork. It's the story of charisma over math, vision over fundamentals, and what happens when belief becomes more valuable than reality. This is the billion-dollar failure of WeWork. To understand WeWork, you have to go back to the late 2000s. The world had changed. Startups didn't want long leases. Freelancers didn't want isolation. Young workers wanted flexibility, community, and meaning. Traditional offices felt dead. Gray cubicles, long contracts, no soul. Enter Adam Neumann, a tall, barefoot, fast-talking entrepreneur with wild hair and even wilder confidence. In 2010, Neumann and his co-founder Miguel McKelvey launched WeWork in New York City. The idea sounded simple. Rent large office buildings long-term, redesign them beautifully, and then sublease small spaces short-term. But Adam didn't sell it as real estate. He sold it as a movement. WeWork wasn't just about desks. It was community, energy, a global tribe. Early members loved it. Open layouts, free beer, networking events, a sense of belonging. And the timing was perfect. The startup boom was exploding. Venture capital was cheap. Interest rates were low. Money was hunting for the next big story. And WeWork had a very, very big story. On the surface, WeWork looked scalable. But under the hood, the business model was fragile. Here's the simplest way to explain it. WeWork was like a person who signs a 30-year mortgage and then rents out rooms month to month. If the renters leave, guess what? The mortgage still needs to be paid. WeWork signed long-term leases with fixed costs, creating billions in obligations. But their customers were on short-term, flexible contracts, the first to leave during a recession. This created a dangerous imbalance. High risk, low protection. Yet, investors ignored this. Why? Because Adam Neumann reframed everything. He didn't say real estate margins. He said tech multiples. He didn't say office space. He said physical social networks. He didn't say rent arb. He said elevating the world's consciousness. Yes, that was an actual phrase he used, and Wall Street listened. Everything changed when SoftBank entered the story. Masayoshi, the Japanese billionaire behind the Vision Fund, met Adam Neumann in 2017. The meeting reportedly lasted just 12 minutes. At the end, Sun committed $4.4 billion. He told Adam to go bigger, much bigger. SoftBank believed WeWork could dominate cities worldwide, so WeWork expanded aggressively. New buildings, new countries, new products. Why live we grow? Even a concept for WeBank. None of them were profitable. The company's losses exploded. In 2018 alone, WeWork lost $1.9 billion, but its valuation just kept rising. Why? Because SoftBank kept writing checks. Money covered the mistakes. Growth hid the inefficiency, and belief replaced discipline. Inside the company, reality began to warp. Employees worked insane hours, while executives partied hard. The rules became optional. Adam Neumann was no longer just a CEO. He was treated like a prophet. In 2019, WeWork prepared to go public. This was the moment truth would meet daylight. The IPO filing exposed everything. Massive losses. Huge conflicts of interest, strange governance. Adam had borrowed money from the company. He personally owned buildings that WeWork leased. He even trademarked the word we and charged the company millions for it. Investors were shocked. This wasn't a tech company. This was a real estate firm with startup spending habits and a cult-like leadership. The public markets didn't buy the story. The valuation collapsed from $47 billion to $20 billion. To less than $10 billion. Within weeks, Adam Neumann was forced out. He walked away with a golden parachute worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Meanwhile, Thousands of employees were laid off, projects were canceled, and the myth was shattered. WeWork never recovered. Then came the final blow. COVID-19 offices shut down. Remote work exploded. Demand for WeWork spaces evaporated. The company's worst nightmare had arrived. They were stuck with long-term leases, but had no tenants. The losses piled up again. SoftBank was forced to take billions in write-downs. The startup world learned a painful lesson. Growth is not a strategy. Charisma is not a balance sheet. And storytelling can't replace unit economics. In November 2023, WeWork filed for bankruptcy protection, not with a bang, but with exhaustion. Here's the uncomfortable part. WeWork didn't fail because the core idea was bad. Co-working still exists. Flexible offices still matter. WeWork failed because belief went unchecked, because founders became celebrities, because investors chased vision over verification, because no one asked the simplest question: does this business actually make money? WeWork wasn't a fraud. It was something more dangerous, a delusion fueled by capital. So here's the real question. Was WeWork a failure of one founder, or a warning about how modern capitalism sometimes rewards stories more than substance? And more importantly, which company today feels just a little too familiar? Tell us what you think in the comments, because the next WeWork may already exist. Thanks for watching.